Okay, so I want to give a quick response here to Gary's latest response to me. And this, I think, really for me is a kind of this is a moment that is the critical moment. I think we have found, for me anyway, a real point of contention and or disagreement. And I guess some of this is maybe we just have different experiences in reality, and whatever that is, our sense of what the world is and how we relate to all that's around us differs. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cite this book right here called The Mature Society by Dennis Gabor, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1971 for his work on holography. I'm just going to talk here about this wonderful little chapter called Human Nature. And before I do this, I want to set this up. Please, people, go watch these series of videos that have gone on. And the question here about does value come from removing all pain and suffering, or is there a kind of human meaning with regard to that suffering when it becomes contextualized in a certain way? Just so that I don't misrepresent Gary's view, I'm going to do something that Gary does very often here. I don't know if this is going to work here, but I'm going to try to play a little bit of his clip here.
Yeah, I don't want 10 seconds of nature's utopia. Sorry, no sale at all. Ugh. I want a duplicate that takes all the crap out of it, pulls all the weeds out. It's just the pretty flowers and the nice and the pretty and the good smells. And yeah, give me the perfumed fake version.
Okay, that was at 8 minutes and 6 seconds, and then it went all the way from 8 minutes and 28 seconds. Please, people, go watch that video very carefully. Here, I'm going to give Dennis Gabor, and this is on page 47 of The Mature Society. Here's what Gabor writes. As the greatest of psychologists fail us, and his disciples have not done much better, I will fall back on a simple, homely psychology based on two observations which most people will be able to check from their own experience or from their own insight. Number one, man is wonderful in adversity, weak in comfort, affluence, and security. Number two, man does not appreciate what he gets without an effort. Yes, this question of to what extent can people really appreciate what they get without an effort? To what extent does value come through a contextualizing of hardship and resistance? Can death itself be a kind of gift? Can hardship be the source of value? I mean, seriously, right now the Olympics are going on, and I watch these Olympic athletes struggle and limp and suffer for their art. And it's a living art, it's an embodied art. I look at the Super Bowl that just happened and all of the ways that people turn suffering into a hymn. The end of all hardship, the end of all struggling, a world where everyone will do all of the work, and can't someone else just do it? And maybe I'll just sit around while I'm well fed. I think anyone who wants to be honest with themselves, right? There's a great passage in The Wisdom of the Sands, a French novelist, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. He says that if you send a prisoner out to break stones, it may be a mere hardship, but a sculptor breaking those same stones, it becomes a hymn. There's something about human creativity and the ability to meet hardship with creative response and a resilience that one has cultivated in oneself. I think of Jacques Barzun in his wonderful book Begin Here, when he talks about, and this was a commencement lecture that he gave at Columbia many years ago, and he said to the students, study and study hard and sit down with your feet on the floor and you read and you endure the hardship, because there will come a day, and it will come. And when that day comes, you will be glad